What is up, everybody? It is Tony, man. And in this video, I'm gonna be telling y'all 7 reasons why I quit smoking. I actually been smoking since I was like 11 years old when I first started. Just, hitting the joint, hitting the blunt a few times. And then I ended up like really picking up the habit of smoking weed. At like 12, 13, I was smoking a lot. And these past 2-3 years, I've been burning down like a freight train, man. I've always been a heavy smoker, but lately, this past year or two, I've been smoking like 7 grams a day. Strictly just the blunts and stuff. And I just found, this is the first reason. First reason I found why I quit smoking weed is I was constantly spending so much time on it. Like, bro, right when you wake up in the morning, you gotta go get a blunt. If you ain't got some blunt wraps, you gotta roll the blunt up. That's an hour right there, you feel me? And then you gotta go get the weed. You gotta go do all of this on an everyday process. Bro, if you spending, 3-4 hours a day just getting the weed, rolling the weed up and then smoking it, that's the process. Because if you smoking 2 or 3 times a day, or 3 or 4 times a day, you gotta go buy a cigar or buy a pack of papers, or if you smoke bowls, bombs, whatever, bro, power to you. But still, almost just fell, bro. I almost just broke my leg. But if you smoking every day, then that could be an issue with time goes, because you constantly having to go here, you gotta wait on the plug, you gotta wait on it, you know what I'm saying? Because some of us, we don't live in a place where it's like legal yet, you feel me? So if it's not legal yet, you gotta get connected, you gotta know somebody that's got the gas. So, and you gotta go out and find the gas. And that's just, to me, like, it was just taking so much of my time. But at the time I was addicted, so I really didn't care. And I don't care what they say, weed is addicting, bro. Like, that stuff is addicting, bro. Especially if you like to smoke, you know what I'm saying? Sure, you don't get the withdrawals from it. And disclaimer too, I do know, like, weed can help with it can help, like, if you're suffering from other addictions like alcohol abuse, or like heroin abuse, or like opioids and stuff. I do know of people that that marijuana just helps them out with. But bro, switching one drug for another ain't really helping you. But anyway, so I just felt like it was a real big time waster, bro. I'm spending all this time like chasing the weed down. Another thing is I was losing focus. Like, bro, if this goes back into time. If you're spending all your time, like chasing after weed, chasing after whose gas is better, who's got the better weed, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, like, you ain't never gonna actually be able to focus on what's important, bro. Because this world, the thing is, bro, if you're constantly like looking for weed, you're constantly, like, doing all this. If you're spending 4 hours a day, just right when you wake up, you spend an hour smoking weed. You might smoke two times in the middle of the day. And like, I don't know about y'all, but when I was smoking weed, I like to watch something. I always had to watch something while I was smoking, bro. So then you high. That goes for a solid hour, bro, because it takes about 20 minutes to burn a blunt. And then you high for the next, hour or two. So you want to watch something. You want to watch something funny, or you want to watch some action or something crazy. You feel me? So I think that's where the whole, like, you start to lose focus, because you're not focused on what your goals are and what you're trying to do. You're not focused on going to the gym. You're not focused on, now, mind you, you could still focus. Like, it don't make you lose focus. But what I'm trying to say is, like, bro, you'll be distracted. And distractions are, like, a major key. They play a major role into why you're not achieving what you want to achieve in life. And I felt like weed was just a big distraction. You feel me? Like, it was constantly having me distracted. And I constantly wasn't able to just focus on what I wanted to focus on. You feel me? So I think that just has a major play in it. So another reason I decided to quit smoking weed, because I wasn't really sober for a long time. Like, I realized I wasn't myself if I wasn't high. So I thought, you know what I'm saying? So like, what I realized was myself was always high. You know what I'm saying? Like I always, right when I wake up, I'm still slick high from last night. And then right when I wake up, I gotta have a blunt. If not, firing the blunt first thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I was putting weed before God. I was putting weed before myself. Like, you know, I was just like that's all I did was smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? That's not all I did because I worked too. But even when I was at work, you know, I'm a plumber by trade, and like, bro, I'd be smoking on the way to a customer's house. I've smoked with customers before, and you know, like, bro, it's just crazy, like, how much time I really spent on it. Such a waste. Now I look and I'm just like, bro, what was I doing? But it is fun, you know what I'm saying? It's fun while you're doing it. But it really is truly just a waste of time, bro. That's all it is. It's just a strong waste of time. You ain't doing nothing but just spinning in circles, you know what I'm saying? Not really. You ain't really doing nothing. You just spinning in circles, bro. So, yeah, I just wasn't sober for a long time, like, now I'm sober. Thank God I'm sober. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, bro, I have so much time. Like, I wake up earlier now. I focus on what I need to do. I come up. I brainstorm a lot. And weed doesn't stop all of that. There is no proving that it stops all that. But it is proven that, you know, it can make reaction times probably slower. I don't know about that. Comment what y'all think. Reaction time's probably slower, bro. Freaking, like, just some crazy stuff. I don't know, but what I do know is I wasn't sober all the time. You know what I'm saying? I was high all the time. And sure, it's cool. Like, media wants us to think it's all cool and gravy and stuff. But, bro, that's not yourself, bro. You feel me? Like, that's not yourself. That's not you. You know what I'm saying? That's like, that's kind of just craziness. Like, you just want to be high all the time. You constantly want to be smoking all the time and stuff. It's just not right, you feel me? So, I think that just has a major, I think being distracted has a major play in it. But what I do think and what I do know is that you have to focus if you want anything. Like, that's what I'm learning from all of these different entrepreneurs, all of these different these moguls, if you will, all these different creators. They were focused, like almost laser focused on what they wanted. And you know, with me having ADHD, that's what they told me as a kid. I always get easily distracted, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm easily distracted, easily looking at everything, easily, you know, focus on things that aren't really serving me, aren't really important, you feel me? So I think that has a major role to play with why I quit smoking weed. And another reason why I quit, it's the fourth reason. I was able to save a whole lot of money. Stop smoking weed, bro. You stop smoking weed, you can save a whole lot of money, especially if you burn down like I was burning. Now, if you burning $10 a day in weed, okay, that's fine. That ain't really that much. But when I say I was smoking 7 grams a day, these 7 grams, especially when you start smoking things like Exotic, Zaza, bro, this shit get expensive, bro. I don't care what they say. I was spending like $80 a day on my weed habit. And I could afford it too at the time. You know what I'm saying? And what I realized was $80 a day, that's times 5, even though there's 7 days in a week. But I'm going to times it 5. Because on the weekends, I would burn more than the 7 a day. But we're just going to go on a 5-day regular. So I'll wake up in the morning, smoke me a blunt, smoke me a gram blunt. And then on the way to my first job, I'd smoke me another blunt. And during the middle of the day, it's probably like 1 or 2. I already had 2 blunts in me. I smoke me another blunt. Right when I'm driving home, I gotta have a blunt to drive home to. When I get home, I'm smoking another blunt. That's 5 blunts so far. And and before dinner, I need another blunt. And then, you know, before I lay down, I need to watch something and smoke again. So, bro, that's 7 to 8 blunts, you know, that I'm burning. And then that's just on me. Like, if I'm smoking with somebody, it's probably going to be, you know, we probably going to smoke a couple of blunts back to back. But, bro, that's a lot of freaking weed, bro. It's a lot of money. And, you know, at the time, I had just got my place. I had just got my apartment. And, you know, my rent was like $1,500 a month. I'm making like 6 G's a month. And I'm spending like $500 a week on weed. And yeah, I could have bought some ounces and stuff and probably like saved money and stuff like that. But I really wasn't. I'm the type, like, I always thought, okay, but if I smoke if I go and get a 7 a day, sure, you'll save money doing that. But like, I wasn't trying to be blowing my bag on the weed like that. You know what I'm saying? Buying 2 or 3 ounces. And trying to let it, I don't know. That's just how I think. I think if I just buy little quantities, and then I'll have it longer. Now, sometimes I did, you know what I'm saying? Buy a couple ounces and stretch it out a little bit, you feel me? But when you're a heavy smoker, bro, you ain't worried about that. You just worried about getting gas now and smoking, you feel me? So, yeah, I got to watch out. There's some live critters out here, man. These critters might try to get me. Have to cut me. I'm gonna have to skin me a snake alive with my bare hands, with my bare fist. I'm gonna have to skin me a snake and get him. To get me a snake and skin him with my bare hands. But yeah, the whole thing is like, bro, I was able to save so much money, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. So yeah, say I'm spending $80 a day, 5 days out of the week. That's $400 right there, bro. Could have bought me 2 zips with that. 2 zips and a half with that and been Gucci. You know what I'm saying? But I really wasn't worried about all that. But that's not the point. The point is, man, you know, when you're able to save money and save time, that's your biggest asset is time. And when you got big dreams out here, when you as big as this tree, you see how big that tree is? When you as big as that tree is, bro, you can't be constantly distracted by something so simple as weed. You know, and I used to try to quit, bro. I used to try to quit back in the day. And I'd get like one day, but then by the end of that day, I'm hitting the plug. I need some weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just hard for me. It was hard because I wasn't disciplined enough. That's really what it comes down to. I wasn't disciplined enough to say, no, you don't need no weed. You feel me? Like, don't do no weed. You feel me? Don't smoke no blunt, you feel me? I just wasn't disciplined enough. But now I thank the world that I'm disciplined enough, you know what I'm saying? Thank myself, really, that I'm disciplined enough and I quit and I don't gotta smoke weed no more. Cause it's just a good feeling to have control, like to not be so like needing of whatever it is that you want, you feel me? I think that's the most important thing, is to just not be tied to anything specific. No chemical, no cigarettes, no blunts. You feel me? Alcohol, like anything like that has an attachment, like something that you're attached to as a man, you should be able to part ways from. You know what I mean? Because we're supposed to be strong, so you should be able to part your ways from that. So another thing I noticed too, there's a saying that all the successful people say, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And what I realized was the friends that I was having and the friends that I was attracting at the time, only time we ever hung out was if we was smoking weed. We never really hung out if we wasn't smoking weed. Like, bro, what do we really have to talk about? And now my friends, we go to the gym together, you know what I'm saying? We go on double dates with our girlfriends and like, and they don't even smoke weed, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And the friends that I used to smoke weed with all the time, they still on the same stuff that they was on when we were teenagers. You know what I'm saying? I'm 21 now, so. But they're on the same stuff that they were on when we were teenagers. Like, still trying to get high all the time. Like, you know, not on really much. Just doing the same thing. And I honestly think it has a lot to do with weed. Like, the media makes us think that smoke, you need a pound of Zy. 3-5 in that blunt or you ain't smoking. Man, F that, bro. That whole mindset is just stupid to me, bro. It's just dumb as hell. Anybody that is brainwashed and controlled by the media is gonna get distracted their entire life, and they're never gonna be able to achieve their goals and what they want to do in life. So I think that's the main thing, right? It's achieving your goals, or at least progressing towards what you believe your goals are, because none of us really know what we want to do. None of us really know what we want to do. We just know that, you know, we need to progress, and I feel like the process of progression is what is true happiness. So yeah, I noticed that all the friends that I was hanging out with, only time we really hung out was, hey, you got some weed? Hey, I got some weed. Yeah, pull up and smoke. Never actually hung out to talk about what our plans was, what we're doing, how our family is. Sure, we may bring those things up before we smoke, you know what I'm saying? Just small talk. But like realistically, bro, if you have a deep mind, a deep thought, think about it. Next time you go over to your friends and you ain't got no weed, see how they react. You know what I mean? See what y'all talk about. Is it of anything of importance? Is there any, like, you know, any productivity that goes on? Anything beneficial? If not, you got to get away from them, bro. You know what I mean? And they could be childhood friends, like, you know what I'm saying? The best friends that I've ever had are friends that I just met. Like, not that I've just met, but that are on the same mindset as me. You know, somebody at the gym, or like somebody, ooh, almost broke my wrist again. Broke my ankle, I mean, not my wrist. Somebody on the same mindset as me, bro, is what's important. Like, those are the friends you want to have. People that are pushing you to your limits, pushing you to do things that kind of bring you out of your comfort zone, pushing you to just go harder, bro. Go harder, go harder, go harder. I mean, like, it's a saying, bro. But yeah, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. There's a reason that's a saying. I'll keep almost break up my knee, leg surgery after I get out of here. But I mean, I'm just saying though, it's just crazy out here. Like, you gotta be careful. You gotta watch for these snakes out here, because these snakes tries to get you. And once they get you, they gonna get you. And when they got you, they get you. So that's why you just have to stop smoking weed, because they gonna try to get you. You know what I mean, though? And another thing why I quit smoking weed is, like, it kind of just made me lazy, bro. Like, you know, it kind of goes back into the time and the focus thing. I know I've mentioned those. But, bro, after you smoke weed, say you got some big plans, you smoke weed, and it's like you're a big procrastinator. You're procrastinating. You're not pulling the trigger. You're not taking action on what you want to do. Because when you smoke weed, everything's okay. Everything's fine. The little shitty environment that you're in it's kind of okay. It's kind of, I can deal with this for a little bit because I'm high. You know what I'm saying? But it's not real life. It's like a lens. It's like a fake lens of what reality is. And you're just, you know, you're not focused on what's important. And I really feel like that hurts you. You know what I mean? I really feel like that doesn't do you any good. I really feel like that hurts you more than it helps you. So, and my last reason, other than, you know, makes you not focused, makes you lazy, you spend a lot of time on it, you spend a lot of money on it. All your friends are just, that's all they think about. You know what I mean? But also, I kind of just got tired of it. Like, it gets to a point where you smoke so much weed, sure, you can get high. But like, bro, it's nothing new. It's something you've been 100 times at this point. So it's like 1,000 times. Really more than 1,000, because there's 365 days in a year. I'm killing that. But no, bro, when you've been smoking for 10 years at 21, you realize that you kind of just get tired of it, bro. You get tired of it. Like, it's nothing new, bro. It's nothing exciting. It doesn't excite you anymore. It's just smoking weed. Yeah, it's just what we kind of do. It's kind of what we do. It kind of makes everything like weird at first. When you're trying to get off of it, it's hard to hard to kind of focus. You'll be up late. Like, you know, you won't get as good of rest at first. Like I say, about those first 3 to 5 days can kind of be brutal. Trying to not smoke because you still got that, like, wanting that feeling. You want that feeling. Oh, and another thing too. So I was telling my sister, I used to have these crazy dreams. Like when I first started smoking weed, I had some crazy, like, I don't want to say nightmarish dreams, but they were definitely on the horror side of things. It was kind of strange, some of them. Like weird game shows where we'd be killed and, like, you know what I mean? Kind of like weirdo stuff. And at first I told my sister about how I was having these crazy dreams, and I didn't correlate it with I stopped smoking weed. I had just got off of smoking weed. And then I was doing some research on my dreams, and I watched a video on how weed can actually cause you to have kind of strange dreams when you get off of it after you've been smoking for a long time. So I think that's something to take into consideration too. Like, it can definitely cause you to have some weirdy dreams, bro. So yeah, man, this is the reasons why I quit smoking weed. Again, I know that it has a lot of benefits to people with stress, with anxiety, with lost appetite. We know about that one, don't we? But with lost appetite, with, you know, other drug addictions, all of these different things, I understand, and I know that they can help you and they can have some benefits for them. But this is just reasons I quit smoking weed. You gotta have mental strength, bro, because life is not getting no easier. Life is always gonna have ways to pull at you, always gonna have ways to, you know, be hard in a sense. But like a great philosopher said, I don't know who it says, somebody comment this, but if it's easy, do it easy. If it's hard, do it hard. You know what I'm saying? So everybody stay blessed, stay brutal, and get after it.